Students, in this video we will discuss the topic validation based concurrency control. So validation based concurrency control is also known as optimistic concurrency control. So in optimistic concurrency control techniques, also known as validation or certification techniques, no checking is done while the transaction is executing. In this scheme, updates in the transaction are not applied directly to the database items until the transaction reaches its end. And during transaction execution, all updates are applied to local copies of the data items that are kept for the transaction. Means in validation based concurrency control, while the transaction is executing, no checking is done. Okay, so at the end of the transaction execution, a validation phase checks whether any of the transactions update violates serializability, and certain information needed by the validation phase must be kept by the system. If serializability is not violated, the transaction is committed and the database is updated from the local copies. Otherwise, the transaction is aborted and then restarted later. So, in this technique, the main point to note is that all the updates are applied to local copies during transaction execution. Okay, and later on the updates are committed to the database. Now there are three phases for this concurrency control protocol: read phase, validation phase, and write phase. So first is read phase. A transaction can read values of committed data items from the database. However, updates are applied only to local copies of the data items kept in the transaction workspace. Second is validation phase, in which checking is done. So checking is performed to ensure that serializability will not be violated if the transaction updates are applied to the database. And then third phase is write phase. If the validation phase is successful, the transaction updates are applied to the database. Otherwise, the updates are discarded and the transaction is restarted. So the summary of all three phases is that a transaction first only read the values of committed data items, and if there is any update, the update is applied to the local copies of the data items and not to the database. And after the read phase, then checking is performed to ensure that serializability will not be violated if the transaction updates are applied to the database. After this validation only, if this validation is successful, then only the transaction updates are applied to the database. Okay, now the idea behind this optimistic concurrency control is to do all the checks at once. Hence, transaction execution proceeds with the minimum of overhead until the validation phase is reached. If there is little interference among transactions, most will be validated successfully. However, if there is much interference, many transactions that execute to completion will have their results discarded and must be restarted later. Under these circumstances, optimistic techniques do not work well. So the techniques are called optimistic because they assume that little interference will occur, and hence that there is no need to do checking during the transaction execution. So in the validation phase for transaction TI, the protocol checks that TI does not interfere with any committed transaction or with any other transactions currently in their validation phase. So the point is कि if any transaction is in validation phase, so the protocol checks that that particular transaction does not interfere with any other committed transaction or any other transaction that is currently in their validation phase. So the validation phase for TI checks that for each such transaction TJ that is either committed or is in its validation phase, one of the three conditions must hold. These are the three conditions. First condition is transaction TJ completes its write phase before TI starts its read phase. So it is very easy. Transaction TJ should complete its write phase before TI starts its read phase. Second is TI starts its write phase after TJ completes its write phase. And the read set of TI has no items in common with the write set of TJ. Third condition is both the read set and write set of TI have no items in common with the write set of TJ, and TJ completes its read phase before TI completes its read phase. So these are the three conditions. So when validating transaction TI, the first condition is checked first. Okay, for each transaction TJ, since first condition is the simplest condition to check, only if the condition one is false, then only condition second is checked, and only if second is false, then only third condition is checked, which is the most complex to evaluate. Now, if any one of these three conditions holds, there is no interference and TI is validated successfully. So any one of the three conditions if holds, then there is no interference. And if none of these three conditions holds, the validation of transaction TI fails and it is aborted and restarted later because interference may have occurred. So this was validation based concurrency control. Hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.